So, this is going to be our first podcast style interview.
Looking forward to it.
A lot of things to go over. A lot has happened since just in the last 2 weeks. Probably the first thing we should get off with is, well, I guess we should introduce ourselves. I am Chef with Quest for Game. I'm speaking to One Soul with Quest for Game.
What's going on, everybody?
And we recently did the Organa Challenge.
Organa Challenge we did. Man, had a lot of fun. It was a lot of hours, 13 plus hours in a venue in Fort Worth, and it was a lot of fun.
All right, so first we're going to talk about this Bucky errata.
Much needed. I definitely think it was much needed.
Yeah, so for anybody who might not know, the Bucky errata changed where Bucky's now 3-cost. It only gets its effect when you shift a character, and it no longer has a ward. What are your thoughts on that?
I think the biggest thing was taking away the ward from the squirrel, because honestly, it made it much harder to deal with the character, because people wouldn't quest for it unless the ward was completely open. And then the shift effect made it to where it limited what Bucky could do. It took things a lot longer. And I think definitely the ward was probably the thing that made the squirrel the hard thing to deal with.
Like we actually can hit it with something.
Yeah, right?
And this event will take place August 9th. So we still have about 2.5 weeks or so once that comes out.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, what is going to be the impact on the meta now that Bucky's going to get around it? What are your thoughts?
I feel like a lot more colors will feel like they have some value in the game. I think everybody that wanted to quote unquote win jumped on the green bandwagon specifically because it was basically a self-piloting deck. You didn't really have to do too much in order to get a lot of value out of it. A lot of decks like Mufasa, I'm a big Mufasa player, it suffered because once the hand was ripped, you really couldn't do anything. You couldn't keep resources in hand. And purple kind of thrived because it kept cards in your hand, and blue had ways to work around that. But a lot of the other colors just really felt oppressed because they couldn't keep up with that. And I think a lot of the other colors would be more experimented with, and some more strategies of entering the new metas and stuff like that. Now that Bucky's not going to be as rampant as it was. So.
You think people are still going to play Bucky?
Probably not. I think it's finally time to retire that card. It was good when it could just sit there and you got a lot of value out of them, but now that you got to do so much more in order to get, I keep using the word value, but value is the right word. So get value out of the card, there's so many better cards to play.
Yeah.
I'm personally looking forward to things like the new Magic and Dispel, the 4-drop that's coming out in Shivering Skies. I mean, it was definitely anti-Bucky. It was one set too late, and
of course.
But I think cards like that will shine more so and allow for more creative play. And I definitely think that allowing card draw to really impact the game as compared to, well, I think discard is a really healthy thing for the game because there are some decks that just keep grabbing cards and cards and cards, or other decks just can't get that. So discard is good. But I think the way that aggro discard went, and just...
Yeah, it's never good for the game.
No, it's not. So, and I'm glad Ravensburger definitely saw that and they were attentive to it. Whether an errata was necessary versus a ban, I can't necessarily say. It was our first one, but I think they took the right steps forward, at least hearing from what the fans wanted in order to make the game more balanced and more fun. So.